welcome to SIMmetry's tutorial series. This tutorial on creating viewsheds will provide you the steps to calculate a view from a selected observer point or multiple observer viewpoints. This tool takes into account the viewpoint, direction of sight, and distance of sight when calculating which areas of terrain are visible and which areas are not. The viewpoint can be set at any altitude above the terrain. To access the Viewshed tool, on the ribbon menu, click on the Analysis tab. Then in the Line of Sight group, click on Viewshed. There are three types of viewsheds: 3D viewshed, 2D viewshed, and viewshed query. The 3D viewshed calculates and marks all areas on the terrain, 3D models, and objects that are visible from a selected point on the terrain. The 2D viewshed calculates and marks all areas on the terrain that are visible from a selected point on the terrain. And the viewshed query, which analyzes the visibility of a selected area from multiple viewshed observer viewpoints. To create a 3D viewshed, click 3D viewshed and the 3D viewshed property sheet is displayed. In the 3D window, click and define your viewpoint for the viewshed, and then click again to mark the endpoint. In the 3D viewshed property sheet, set the required parameters such as name, visible area, hidden area, and border colors, altitude method, view location, enabling spherical viewsheds, and adjusting horizontal and vertical field of view and distance. Once completed, the viewshed appears on the terrain as a sector of a circle, where the center point is the viewpoint and the arc is the endpoint. Within the sector, areas that are visible are colored green, whereas areas that are not visible are colored red. The viewshed is also available in the project tree. To create a 2D viewshed, click 2D viewshed and the 2D viewshed property sheet is displayed. In the property sheet, set the required parameters such as name, field of view, ray spacing, max sample interval, and whether or not to save your results so they can be displayed in the project tree. Then in the 3D window, click to define your viewpoint for the viewshed, and then click again to mark the endpoint. Again, once the viewshed is complete, it appears on the terrain as a sector of a circle, where the center point is the viewpoint and the arc is the endpoint. This 2D viewshed object is then displayed in the project tree. To create a viewshed query, click on 3D viewshed query and the viewshed query dialog box is displayed. Select whether you want to create an entire layer or as a streaming layer. Next, enter the following parameters: out of range, color scheme, spacing, and altitude. Then select one of the following methods of designating the area for which the viewshed should be calculated: follow line, fill area, select a group, from clipboard, and viewshed area. The follow line method creates query points along a drawn line. The fill area method creates query points inside a drawn polygon. Then the selected group method creates a query points at all points along all lines or inside all polygons in the selected feature layer. The from clipboard method creates query points at all clipboard objects. And finally, the viewshed area method will create query points exactly in the area of the selected 3D viewsheds. In this example, I will use the fill area method. Once selected in the 3D window, draw a polygon by clicking on the required locations and then right-click to finish the drawing. We went over how to create a viewshed and some of the available types in SIMmetry. This concludes the tutorial on viewsheds. For more information, refer to Chapter 14, Analysis tab, in SIMmetry's user manual. Thank you for watching, and please stay tuned for upcoming tutorials.